I'm making this video because I looked up this topic yesterday and I couldn't find any videos, so this is going to be my video on it. What are the differences between a jewel case and a jacket case? A jewel case looks like this. A transparent plastic case that securely holds the disc in place with just exploded, with a hub or a spindle. See that thing right there? It's called a spindle. And what is a jacket case? A jacket case is one of these. A cardboard case with a sleeve used to store the CD. See right there? That's the sleeve. Whoops, that's the sleeve, and that's how the CD goes in there. Nice and snug. What are the pros and cons of both, and why would you use either? A jewel case protects the CD better with the spindle because it doesn't scratch it as much. That's actually the reason why these were created, because CDs, they kept on getting scratched so often that someone invented this, the spindle, and then they came up with this case to protect the CD better. And the hinges are intentionally fragile, as you could see earlier when the case just exploded. They're made that way because when you drop it on the ground, the case is more likely to break than the CD. And cases are cheap. CDs are not as cheap. Whoops. As you can see, this case is pretty badly damaged, but I was able to take all the contents out, and now I am able to replace the case and create a almost brand new looking CD case. Which is cool. So I took the little pamphlet out right here, and I took the spindle holder. This is, I don't know what this is called. I guess it's called a tray. And I'm going to be taking out The Who. Sorry, The Who. I lost your CD a long time ago, but it was still a pretty good album. Baba O'Reilly is awesome. Oh, look at that. It's like nothing happened. And there you go. Now the entire CD is replaced, and it is good as new. Awesome. Whoops. Twice in a row. Are you kidding me, dude? Jeez Louise. Another pro is that they're a lot easier to organize because they are a little bit bigger, and so you can stack them up on top of each other, and you can pick which one you want. A little bit easier than if you were using, jacket cases. Cons. Let's move on to the cons now. The case's breaking is super annoying. Although it is designed to be like that to protect the CD, it doesn't take away from the fact that when you drop it on the ground and it explodes like one of those Android phones, it does make you feel a little bad. But I guess it is better than having your CD break. That would make you feel ultra bad. I know it would to me. Another con, polyester is bad for the environment, and that's what these are made out of. These are plastic, and plastic is bad for the environment. So pick it up, people! Last con, although I said that it's good that they're bulky, so it's easier to stack and read them. It is kind of annoying because if you have a whole bunch of CDs in your car, they clank around, they go like clink, 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 and it is pretty annoying, and they do take up more space, so what can you do? It's bulky. I'm not saying bulky is bad. I'm just saying bulky is big. Jacket cases, pros and cons. I actually really like jacket cases, and some people call them digi sleeves, which is okay. If you want to call it that, you can call it that, but that's just what I prefer. Pro, they take up less space since they're so lightweight and slim. That means I can literally have okay, let's see. 3 jacket cases are the size of 1 jewel case. I didn't show it very good, but that's a lot of space you could be saving. Okay, so if you care about saving space, or you don't have like a big place to put your CDs, jacket cases are where it's at, dude. Pro number 2, the entire sleeve is an art piece, which I think is pretty cool. And although you can fit a whole lot more stuff into one of these jewel cases, I feel like having the entire thing be a piece of art is a little bit neater, in my opinion. Sometimes less is more, and this is definitely an example of that to me. I love these. And they're also good as frisbees. I'm not going to throw it because I really like these, but you can imagine it. Last pro that might not actually be a pro. They are better for the environment, maybe sometimes. If they're laminated, it is not good to recycle. So do not recycle laminated cardboard or contaminated cardboard. If you splooge on this piece of artwork, do not recycle it because that is a biohazard and you do not want to do that. Cons. Let's move on to the cons now. They do not protect the disc as well as a jewel case, which is to be expected. If you're just sliding this into the thing, you are going to be kind of like scratching it sometimes. Con number two. You remember why I didn't want to throw this like a frisbee? That is because there are no replaceable parts on this. You might be able to find like the person who made this cover and maybe send them a personal message or the company or whatever and be like, hey, I messed up my case. Could you please send me another one? But if they're not that generous to do that and you rip this up, you are boned. So treat these with care. These are important and they are cool. So, treat them like you would treat a baby or something. Good baby. And the last and final one, con number 3, it's a little bit harder to take the CD out. You're going to watch me take the CD out of this real quick. That probably took 2 more seconds than it would have taken if I just pulled it out of the jewel case. So, time is money. You're spending a little bit of time, but whatever, dude. I mean, that's whatever. I just needed 3 cons to make it even with the pros. Fun facts time! Yay! Jewel cases are actually named that not because of the luxury of owning one of these. They're actually pretty cheap to produce. But they're named that because the way the light reflects off of it is said to look like a cut gemstone, or at least said that by the manufacturers, which is pretty cool. Album specific fact. Mickey Avalon, the person on this album, very good. If you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It's pretty good. He is actually a Jew, and he is on a jewel case. Not sure if that was an artistic choice by him or whoever, put him on here, but interesting nonetheless. Jacket case fact. Jacket cases are more popular in Japan and Europe because those markets embraced cardboard packaging earlier. And an album specific fact, Brendan Small, the creator or co-creator of this show, went on to help co-create with Tommy something and create the show Metalocalypse, which is also a really cool show. And I actually have a shirt that I found at Goodwill. Deathlock, go forth and die. So, if you haven't seen that show, if you haven't seen this show or Metalocalypse, you might want to check it out. They got great soundtracks and they're actually really funny, in my opinion. So, yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you can subscribe or like it or whatever. I mean, you don't have to do anything that you don't really want to. I'm just a guy talking to you through your screen. But if you like this video and you thought it was funny, you can freaking watch my other videos if you want. But if you don't want, then okay, your life, your choice, man. You the boss. Okay, gotta go. I gotta go to bed. Good night. James are out. Do 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 do.